1st, 2021, when the NCAA ruled that athletes could profit from their name, image, and likeness, what began as a fun hobby a year earlier was now a way to build a substantial brand, and the Cavinders were ready.
July 1st, wow, crazy day, crazy day. We didn't know what to expect. I mean, obviously there was talks about the NCAA and all this, but we didn't know it was gonna happen the way it did. So we got to New York around 1 a.m. and we did an interview and signed our Boost Mobile deal.
Cavinder Twins times Boost Mobile.
And then 6-star Pro Nutrition approached us too, and we had to wake up at 5 a.m. We got 2 hours of sleep and had to post for their company promoting their nutrition. It was a crazy day. I'll definitely never forget it. Something, yeah. Okay guys, welcome back to Haley's channel. But welcome back to our channel. And I wanted to sit down and, as you guys just saw from the little montage, talk to you guys about name, image, and likeness and how it's impacted our lives the last year since it's passed in July. And so here we are in Miami. And I think that a lot of people have questions because obviously we were the first ones to sign an NIL deal about what it is, how it impacted our lives, what we do. It's kind of long overdue. Our agency and everybody was telling us to do this. We should have done it on the one year anniversary of NIL, but exactly. We're just a little late to the ball game. But yeah, we've learned a lot this year, and obviously we're still learning, but we just want to kind of share this information with you guys. Maybe we'll get into this space after college. I don't know, that could be potentially a little teaser, but we asked you guys on our Cavinder Twins Instagram account to ask us questions, and there was a lot of good questions, and a lot of people wanted to know what we felt about NIL and how has it helped us and everything that comes with it. Answer you guys' questions and show you guys a little bit of what our lives look like and how they changed. Make sure you guys like and subscribe though, but let's get into the video. It helps our channel tremendously. We're trying to get to 100K, bro, to hit 100K. Yes. Is basically, I think we should just kind of explain what NIL is. Likeness is basically being able to profit off of your name, image, and likeness. So Haley Cavinder can profit off of her name, Hannah Cavinder can profit off of her name, the Cavinder Twins. And in the past, NCAA didn't allow any athlete, playing any sport to profit off of anything. So even if you were, a really good musician on the side and had 2 talents, you couldn't make money off of in the street without it being remain uneligible. So that's name, image, and likeness. It passed July 1st, and then all athletes can benefit from it now whenever they want to do. So that's really sick. It's long overdue, and former athletes Destroying or other people like that couldn't profit off of that. So for all the upcoming people, is it hard to focus on school and NIL at the same time? And honestly, it's really okay. Yeah, I think it goes both ways. Yes and no. I think it's a full-time job. And people really don't think that. You are constantly on your phone checking emails. We talk to our agents literally daily. But you don't have to have an agency. So we do have an agency, and basically our agency is proactive in getting deals for us, managing us, basically all our social medias. So that helps us a lot with time management. I don't think I could do NIL without an agency. Yeah, but I think also if you're a college athlete just trying to make really good money, because a lot of brands want to work with college athletes, so regardless of your following, if you don't need an agent, do not use one because they take out a certain percentage of it. So unless you need one, then you can go through like Open Doors or Icon Source
Yeah.
and be proactive and still make a good amount of money. Yeah, it's just situational.
No, yeah, and I think we're signed with ESM, if you guys don't know that, Everett Sports Management, and we love Alexi, Jeff, and all of our ESM fam. So yeah, they definitely have helped us tremendously with time management. Agency, an attorney, a firm that we were with, it's basically about like building a team, and like people would talk about that to us in the beginning. We're like a team, like we didn't really understand, but like now we have like a team. Like you have your agents, you have your firm, you have your attorney, you have your tax guy. Like we learned all this stuff, but yeah, basically that's what helps us with time management. If you're unaware of like how NIL works, if you get offered a deal, you need to go through the contract. Like we don't know anything about the contract or other athletes. Like in this, it's all new to everybody. So like going through the contract, then you have to send it over to your lawyer. They make red marks, send it back to the company. It's like a whole process until you sign a deal.
Yeah.
And so being able to have that and like protect yourself was something very important to Hannah and I. But Darren Hartner, the guy.
Darren, we love you.
He's the best.
Also, Hannah and I like are very like, just in general, we're like type A personalities, like write everything out regardless if it's like homework, anything like we have. Hannah's like a huge planner, so she'll be like, okay, we're doing this and this weekend, like where do we walk? Because like if you don't and you get like too ahead of yourself, you get like so overwhelmed by it. So,
Exactly.
yeah, I would just say like if you ever need to like make a to-do list or something like that and it starts getting crazy, I would do that. I would recommend.
What is your main goal out of NIL? So I would say my main goal, and I think Kaylee's and mine, is basically just to set ourselves up for future success. Like my dad always embedded us at a young age. It's not a 4-year plan, it's a 40-year plan. I know that quote like haunts me, but no, just to try to be successful in the future. So that's basically my main goal out of it, and being able to work with these amazing companies is something I would never see myself doing at 21 years old.
Like I really don't know. I always just am like, okay, let's just go as we go, because like I would never envision Hannah and I to be in Miami right now. So I think like life throws things at you, and like I'm just trying to ride the wave of what it is. But we definitely do have a lot of passions outside of basketball with like real estate, fitness, and other things that we're working on. So that's where we're at right now. I think that like we can use NIL in the future to like our benefits. My goal is to just try to be, you know, like an independent businesswoman.
Entrepreneurship, baby.
Entrepreneur for the girls.
You investing your earnings, and we are 100% investing all of our earnings. It's just how we were brought up. That's what we want. That's what we want for our future, is be able to, you know, be successful. We don't need that money right now. I think you get a stipend check when you're in college, so college athletes get paid by their university to live off campus for food, extra stuff. So that is currently what we live off of. I'm just gonna be straight up open and honest. Everything that we do make is long-term investments. So
Like you're on a full ride scholarship, your school's taken care of, and then like when you get to the campus, like they literally give you food, they give you everything else to like be able to live like where you're supposed to be. So it's not like, you know, if you're like going, I don't need to go buy like a G-Wagon right now, like to like fill my ego, but like I just think that like the stipend you're making, like you could even be saving on the stipend before NIL, like regardless of the situation. And I definitely like right in the beginning, like my dad's like, you're investing as much as you can. Luckily my parents were very big on like business and stuff, so they helped us out with that aspect a ton, because like they got us into an investment firm, and that's what we do.
we use an investment firm, and then obviously they're knowledgeable on the stocks, the stock market. We don't have much knowledge in that field, so you know, we use the people my parents trust, and obviously we have trust my parents. So you know, this is just what works for us and what we want to do. If you want to go spend your money, that's like your goal. Nobody's hating. You know, you go do you. Oh. Your teammates think of y'all in terms of NIL. This is like the question of the year, I swear. Like,
I really think that like obviously I generally don't know, because I try to like keep it like, me and I try to keep it very separate. Even at Fresno, like it's not like you go around like, in general I wasn't raised this way to like go and talk about like money or NIL, or like my parents never like brought us up that way, so it's like I'm not gonna go like let you know like a deal I got, like that's just not how I am. But I just think that like obviously, like let's be real, NIL is beneficial for all student athletes, so it's like why not support each other.
very business-like. That's kind of like my 9 to 5. So we're student athletes first, and we're getting our degree, but at the end of the day, I believe that we're running a business as well, and like I don't need to go boost about what deals I get.
In a podcast before, and I was listening to it. It's kind of like playing time, so it's like, you know, like if you're doing your thing, you're gonna get minutes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't think, like, if I see some like girl go sign with a big brand, it's not like, oh my gosh, like I'm a hater. Like, support that. Like, that's dope.
Yeah, like
all
her
our
success isn't, you know, like a knock on you.
Yeah. So it's in our teammates at Fresno and our teammates at Miami, like they do NIL too, so like we all can help each other out.
Exactly. Pros and cons of NIL, so just touching on this, I think some pros are, especially being female in sports, you can't make a lot of money professionally for your sport with like regarding to basketball, so being able to capitalize off the money you can monetize off your name and your brand is super important. So that's what I think a really good pro is of what NIL did for female in sports.
Yeah.
I think cons, I personally don't have any cons. I'm a firm believer in NIL and what it does for student athletes. I think that you should be able to make money off your name
for female and athletes, and like the percentage of female athletes like going to the league in basketball or like going professional in their sport is so limited compared to the males. So it's like female athletes right now, it's like their prime time, and I think NIL, like a lot of people love like the female aspect of it, and like so like obviously go, you know, get a bag, girls.
NIL, would you have stayed at Fresno State? No. It had nothing to do with NIL. Like, our NIL isn't based off basketball. Like, a lot of people don't see us as basketball players. Like, that's not our brand, if that makes sense. Like, we're the CAVINDER Twins. It's not like like obviously we're college athletes, but we're more known for like TikTok and the social media presence, I would say. And then being an athlete is obviously being in the NIL fields, but we didn't, you know, transfer to make more money. Like, we were doing perfectly fine at Fresno State.
This is way more prevalent in like the football or like big time basketball programs at like a very, very high end level that like can do that. But like if you're doing very, very well at Fresno State with NIL, like what's the reason why we transferred was to get some March Madness tournament.
Do you plan on using your degree, or is that just something you want to accomplish?
It's definitely very important to me to get my degree in 4 years.
I don't think we plan on using our degree. I think we plan on continuing to build our business and, like they said, to explore like different avenues that we have passion in.
Like getting a degree from Miami and like the university itself is like something that's like I really, really want.
Exactly.
And I think that's a huge accomplishment. So we'll be graduating this year. Like, I'm actually so excited. I know, like why do I act like I'm 12?
It's a distraction for college athletes, and I personally do not. I still have to balance, like, you know, your college, your basketball or whatever sport you play, tutoring, studying, all that, getting extra shots in, but now, and then social life too. And I think just for me and Haley, social life kind of took a back burner. Like, for my priorities in life right now, it's obviously basketball, school, and then NIL. And then obviously like your social life has to go to the side. But once again, I look at it as a business and being able to set myself up for success. So I think it's a sacrifice you have to make.
You can have like you can have a balance to everything. So I mean, being able to capitalize off it right now, not everyone's put in this position. So what Hannah said, kind of.
God put us in this position right now, so we want to be able to like take advantage of what we can, because obviously we're only like, you only get to be in this position one time in your life. So partnered with what NIL deals are you guys partners? So we partnered with a lot of companies over this whole 1 year, but the long-term ones are
we're the first female athletes to sign with Champs. So Champs was like our really, really big one. We obviously signed with Boost Mobile. That was our first NIL deal. And then
these are long-term.
These are long-term. We've worked with a lot of brands for like a TikTok post, but like long-term is like 1 to 2 years, so on. And we signed with Life Wallet, and we've also signed with WWE.
There's a couple more that are going to be coming out within the next month that we can't say.
It's so sick. Okay.
Craziest NIL experience.
Obviously, like July 1st was crazy.
Yeah.
But like my craziest, like the most, like I love like going to events. So like either WWE in Nashville, so fun, and also New York Fashion Week.
Yeah.
That was like bucket list.
I think just being able to put yourself into rooms and talk to people will give you so much life experience. I mean, that's like what's crazy to me, like being able to talk in front of people that like will give you so much knowledge that you won't learn from going to school every day. So
understand and read people and like be more social and understand like the business side of like how people like talk and like why they say things. Okay, last question is, how do you guys handle like pressure with NIL, social media, and games? Okay, well, I think it definitely is hard. I feel like if you post a TikTok, like in our case scenario, like Hannah said, we're not like seen as like huge basketball stars in the women's basketball like world and community. We're more of like, okay, let's do TikTok, twin, whatever. But like, obviously everyone has to deal with pressure. I think it's a privilege, but also I think that that's not my identity. So like if a stranger wants to comment on a TikTok post to make themselves feel better, you know, like, oh Haley, you sucked, you blew 7 layups in a game, like that's fine, you know, like it's still giving me a view. It's like how like I generally look at it, because if you get wrapped up in it, then it's like it literally will eat you up. And also I just rely on like preparation. With the CBS interview, it's like one of my favorite interviews that we've done, but obviously, like, we're not gonna sit here and be like, oh, comments don't hurt us. Like, we're freaking, you know, not breakable humans. Yes, they do affect you. I think over the year, we've learned a lot. Like, do not put yourself like, don't put your identity into basketball. Don't put your identity in NIL views a number, because at the end of the day, that could go away in 5 seconds. The Lord, because at the end of the day, that's who my identity is in. So I'm not gonna worry about a comment, you know, telling me Haley's a prettier twin when, like, do I really care, or do I care about the people who truly love me for me? So I hope you guys like this video. It's a little plus video. Some exciting news. Go ahead. Oh, since we love to talk, when you talk, you guys like and subscribe. Please, 100K. We're gonna try to grow this. But we hope you enjoyed this little bonus video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe like Hannah said, and we will see you guys Mondays at 6. Bye, besties.